20th January to 28th.
Drama, betrayal, faith, forbidden love. What would you do when life writes a chapter you didn't ask for? Every broken pen has a story to tell. Every story has a lesson to learn. But the question is, how do you fix it? The Broken Pen Show is back. Real stories, raw truths, and maybe, just maybe, the answers you've been looking for. Hi, ladies. Hi. Your story isn't over. Let's fix it together with a cold glass of Nax cocktail. Catch the Broken Pen Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on MX24 TV. My name is Yavita, and I am your host. Cheers.
Step into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
Okay, you're watching MX24 TV, and this your boy Perez Music. Ciao!
Hi guys, how you doing? This your boy SDK, and I'm here on MX24. It's fun. It's fearless. And it's factual.
Wednesday, every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
Well, you're welcome back to the show right here on MX24. This is the AM Club, and of course, it's a Lifestyle Daily segment. Today is Fashion Wednesday, and so we have the fashion queen already seated here to share with us anything happening in the world of fashion. We have exciting things coming up. But before we get into that, at Equity Health Insurance, the well-being of our members takes precedence. We recognize the unique healthcare needs of individuals and families, which is why we are delighted to present our Ebushian Health. This health plan is crafted to promote the enduring health and happiness of you and your loved ones. Our plans are meticulously tailored to offer comprehensive and competitive health insurance coverage for individuals, families, and smaller groups. Access to quality care is just a phone call away, offering continual assurance of your family's welfare. Contact us today on 0546 645465 or 0503 860381. Equity Health Insurance. We say always here for you. Well, with Jibu water, staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking, with options of our innovative 20 liters bottles that come with a tap and 18.9 liters. Your dispensers will have a breath of new life as our clean and hygienic Jibu water flows through them for your consumption. Whether you need a cool drink to quench your thirst or fresh cooking water to make your meals taste its best, Jibu water is the answer to your clean water needs. Order for your clean water now by calling us on 020-9845-817 or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/gh for more information about our brand. Jibu Water, a better life. Now let's get into something even bigger, ladies and gentlemen. This weekend is going to be super exciting for us. Ghana's biggest fintech celebration is almost here. The 4th edition of the Ghana Fintech Awards is happening on the 1st of March 2025. That's today, this Saturday, okay? At the Labadi Beach Hotel at Desa Pavilion, and you can't afford to miss it. This year, we gather under the theme, Building Trust in Ghana's Digital Economy, the essential role of cyber security and data privacy. It is set to be a night of excellence, recognition, and high impact networking with the biggest names in fintech and banking. Tickets are selling fast. Regular tickets, VIP and VVIP tickets available. Secure your spot now. Call 059-838-5685. That's 059-838-5685, or visit www.ghanafintech.awards.org. That is www.ghanafintech.awards.org to book your seat today. Want to position your brand at the forefront of the fintech excellence sponsorship opportunities are still open. Partner with us and showcase your leadership in Ghana's digital finance revolution. Red carpet starts at 5:30 p.m. sharp, not Ghana man time. 5:30 sharp. Your host, myself and Jay, are going to be standing right there. We are starting, okay? 5:30 sharp, we are on. Follow the buzz with hashtag Ghana Fintech Awards, hashtag Fintech Excellence. Don't hear about it. Be there. Don't hear about it. Be there. Ladies and gentlemen, for whatever it's worth, just show up. Let's have a good time. Because also we're going to be having different things happening. It's not just an award show. It's also a platform to be educated on what fintech is all about in Ghana and how fintech has evolved over time and what the future looks like for fintech. So ladies and gentlemen, why are you deciding not to come? Okay, come looking amazing. Well, today, we're saying on something even more exciting right here on the show on Fashion Wednesday, the global impact of sustainable fashion choices. Joining for the conversation, of course, is our very own fashion queen in this house. Nobody reach her. Good morning, Diana Edinam Kumbi.
Good morning.
AKA Diana.Kumbi. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm beautiful, blessed, and very successful.
Hey, it's not easy. And you? Okay. Yeah, that is what I feel.
Well, you have a surprise for us today, and you have like big stuff happening.
Yeah, so, I mean, today we are talking sustainability, and I think we've been talking about it for quite some time, and I think it's important that we have certain people who have a bigger idea, because it's not sustainability within the fashion industry is not something that is concerned with only Ghana alone. It's a global issue, and so I have today somebody from sday.org, and she is called Terran Fielder. She's a media specialist with sday.org. Terran, if you're there, can you hear me?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, hi. So, yes, we meet.
Hello.
How are you feeling? How are you doing?
Great. It's early out here, but I'm glad to be here.
What's the time? What's the time there?
It's 4 a.m.
What? Wow. You see, thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. We appreciate you for doing this with us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we'll just get right into the conversation. We're talking about sustainability within the fashion industry, how second-hand clothing, because apparently Ghana is one of the biggest importers of second-hand clothing, and for some reason, these clothes tend to end up getting into, you know, the sea, gutters, different places, because most of the time these clothes, some of them are not, they're not good enough to be worn. So, Terran, I just wanted to know why you think Ghana has such a big market with regard to secondhand clothing.
I think it's largely a supply issue. For over 30 years, the market in Cameroon has been a huge part of the economy. You know, you have jobs in handling, alterations, distribution. And this is partially because you're receiving 15 million garments weekly from countries like the US and other European nations. And a lot of this clothing is just not resellable, has zero resale value, because it's either just too poor of quality, which is a symptom of fast fashion. You're making things to be sold on a very cheap budget, so you're making them with very cheap materials, or they're damaged or soiled. So they're literally waste before they even get to their destination.
Right. Okay, so I think about 40% of imported secondhand clothes, they end up as waste, as you said. So how do you think all of this, like these waste products, how do you think it impacts our communities here in Ghana?
Yes, there's a lot of ways that it impacts communities. So the sheer volume of clothes ends up in gutters and clogging drains, which causes flooding and waterborne diseases. But if they end up actually making it to landfills, the toxic chemicals that go into creating these clothings, the dyes and such, end up leaching into the soil, which is and the groundwater, which is so toxic for both agriculture and any other use of water, like bathing or drinking. A lot of these clothings are also set on fire, which obviously causes the fumes in the air cause respiratory and cardiovascular health problems for nearby communities. And to a different extent, if somehow this volume of clothing ends up in the sea, it harms local fishing communities because the marine life is disrupted. So there's just a lot of ways that this volume of clothing really affects local communities.
Okay, so I was just telling my colleagues here that it doesn't just affect Ghana. This sustainability issue, this fashion waste issue, doesn't just affect Ghana. Apparently, the Caledon River in South Africa and also the Mzimgazi, I hope I'm getting that right, river in Tanzania also, they've also been severely polluted with textile waste from factories. And so also, would you say that these types of pollution, it's also manifest the same way you've given examples in Ghana that, okay, so when it ends up in landfills, when we burn them, how it affects us in Ghana, would you say that is the same thing in these different communities in different countries as well?
Absolutely. In countries where the clothing is actually made, or in communities where the clothing is actually made, the toxic dyes and such that go into creating these textiles and garments really affects the water. So the Caledon River that you brought up is called the Blue River, and it's not the crisp blue that we're thinking of. It's blue because of the dye for denim manufacturing in the area. And the Mzimgazi River, I also think I'm saying that right. It actually has pH levels of as high as 12, which is the same as bleach, which is completely toxic. So, you know, we all need water to live. And when the water is that unsafe for, you know, growing food or using in any everyday use, it's really a bad thing.
Okay, so we've been talking about how bad it is and all of that. I feel like already, because in these countries they are producing, it's a good thing for them on one hand, because they are the ones who are producing. It's just that at the end of the day, we need sustainable ways of, you know, making sure that the waste doesn't end up in certain areas, right? But I also feel like they're doing a good thing, because for us here in Ghana, it feels like we are the ones doing the importations. We are the one collecting the waste and then keeping it in here. So what would you say are some of the sustainable ways for handling, fashion waste? So for countries that are producing the clothes, and then for countries like us who tend to import the clothes.
That's a great question. I think that one thing I always go back to is, unfortunately, the only way to cut off secondhand waste is to nip it at the bud with new clothing. So we really just need to stop making as much new clothing that is poor quality, like fast fashion. So, places like Shein, it's not sustainable to be creating as much low quality, toxic chemical garments as we are. Another way, I think, is reusing our clothing. So clothing doesn't have to just be used for clothing. Like, they can be used for rags, for dog toys, for gardening even. It's just about reusing the garments in the ways that we can. But of course, this gets into a tricky area when you have that low quality textiles, or if they're made of petrochemicals, which are actually also toxic for your health and your pet's health. So I wouldn't use like polyester for reuse, but cotton is a great, rags, gardening, and dog toys.
You're talking about us getting clothes from more sustainable platforms. But I feel like here in Ghana, you made mention of Shein. It's a huge thing for us that we're ordering clothes from Shein and other brands that's, are doing fast fashion. But it's interesting you also mentioned that, because we're almost entering March, and in Ghana, March is a Ghana month, because we celebrate our independence on 6th March, and so it's a month-long celebration, if we can say, and we encourage that people wear, African print, wear made in Ghana, and so yes, I do agree with you in that regard. It's just that I feel like more designers would have to find different ways to use the fabrics that we have that we create here in Ghana, to make it more usable, like on a regular day. So for example, we have the smocks, we have the kintes and things like that, and fabrics like that, but it feels a lot heavier to be wearing on a regular day, you understand? So it's difficult for people who love these fabrics to want to wear them on a regular Monday or Wednesday afternoon, because there's a lot of heat and humidity here also in Ghana. What do you think about that?
I think that I definitely hear you. It's good quality clothing. It's harder to access. It takes more time to make. It is, like you said, literally just heavier. But low quality fabric isn't always light. I think that definitely quality over quantity is what we're looking for. Reusing your clothing, you can bring out a lot of creativity you can make old garments into new garments. And I think that would be a good option, rather than buying your own thing, learning to sew or learning to crochet. But there are a lot of quality clothings that aren't as heavy, and I think maybe gearing more towards those that are still going to withstand the test of time is a good option.
Right. Okay, so do you think that African countries have weak or insufficient laws when it comes to, the fashion industry?
I definitely think that they are insufficient, but I think that it's partially due to trade. So a lot of these textiles are coming in from other countries, right? And the issue is that a lot of it is waste. So I think that rather than saying, Ghana, you need to just stop importing clothing and just cut off this giant industry that you have, which is just unreasonable. Perhaps creating a new system where there is sorting that goes on with the clothing that comes in, and that clothing that cannot be resold is sent back. I think that would also, when we're talking about like global effects, it's a lot easier to ignore the issues that you're creating when you can't see the result of it in your backyard. But when it's right in front of you, when the waste that you're creating is right in front of you, it's a lot harder to ignore. So perhaps that'll be a wake-up call for a lot of countries that are offloading their waste into other countries.
But what do you think these countries who are offloading their waste, don't you think that they also have a role to play in all of this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that there needs to be a lot of accountability and you know, like I said, I think when you see the waste in your backyard rather than it being elsewhere, it's a lot harder to ignore. So I think hopefully this is a huge health issue. It's a huge health crisis. So that's, I think, why it's important to us at Earth Day.
Okay, so tell us about Earth Day 2025.
Absolutely, yes. So Earth Day is celebrated every year on April 22nd. So mark your calendars, it's coming up quickly. And this year we've chosen the theme of Our Power, Our Planet, which is advocating for a triple in renewable energy generation by 2030. This is also a sustainability aspect that you can bring into the fashion industry because a lot of textile manufacturing involves petrochemicals or coal, and renewable energy would really improve the quality of the air in these communities.
Okay, so how can countries like us play, like Ghana, how can we play a role in this year's Earth Day celebrations?
Absolutely. So we actually do have a website with a lot of free resources. It's just like our name, earthday.org. And there you can learn how to get involved. We have many campaigns from climate education to renewable energy to planting trees to picking up trash. There you can join a lot of these events that are global. We are a global organization. Picking up trash in your local community, educating yourself on how to make sure that your community stays free of trash after you've picked it up, planting trees. There are a lot of options, and you can visit us again at earthday.org to see all that is available to you.
Okay, thank you so much, but I don't want, you're good?
Yes, I think you asked all my questions.
Yeah, I think you've covered it all, but I'm just to add or to ask for this, I think one of the key strategies will be choosing a sustainable material and maybe some production methods involved in there. If these two are anything to go by, what would be your suggestions towards that?
For sustainable production, that's a great question. Renewable energy is a big thing. Like I talked about, you know, a lot of companies use coal and petrochemicals, and a lot of their emissions come from that. Also, in just transportation of clothing, a lot of emissions, greenhouse gases occur. So that's one way. But also, there are a lot of toxic chemicals used, and going back to natural dyeing methods would really improve local water quality as well as local soil quality. I think those are some really good ways. And also, again, I know it's difficult. I myself struggle with not buying new clothing, but really trying to restrain from buying new clothing rather than secondhand is a big,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
At least if that market dies.
Wait, are you saying you would rather buy new clothing as compared to second-hand clothing?
Yes.
No, the inverse. I'd rather buy secondhand because cutting it off at the source of not, you know, having new clothing produced is how you will tackle secondhand waste.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, so once there's no markets for that, then that market will reduce, and then again imports will now totally reduce. So we're able to curb that situation. Anywho, but answers like. Fantastic conversation. I totally enjoyed it. I barely have nothing to say, but yeah, this time I have nothing to say because the entire conversation was covered fully. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Terran. I hope we can continue communicating, and hopefully when April 25th, at day 22nd, right? When April 22nd comes, we will probably have another conversation.
Amazing, wonderful, can't wait.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So I also think that personally, we also need to find new ways to support our in-house, like the people locally, in Ghana that are creating content. Why have I forgotten his name? But I interviewed one of the designers, and what he does is to use the fabric, so you know, the smock fabric, the kente fabric, and he's changed the way it's being done into the smokes and I don't know how, I don't even remember. So
from the production of the kente, they've reduced
reduced certain things, they've added certain things,
to make it lighter and to make it nicer.
Yes, to make it, and also lighter. So now instead of, you know how the smoke, when you wear it, it's a bit and it's hot when you can't really wear it in the sun and be sitting like. Sure, you understand? Yeah. He's changed the technique, and now the fabrics that the clothes that he's sewing, the fabrics are so free. When you wear it, you're not warm. It's just fine. And then when he tells you that it's this fabric that he used, you'll be surprised. So I feel like we should also support people like this. They are being innovative. Like the people that we have in Ghana, they're so talented and then they're so innovative. If we can push them, I think that it will make a lot of difference. Also, you know, she's talking about second-hand clothing. But if we also have production people in-house, because people like new things. That's the truth of the matter is people like new things. And I know that second-hand clothing is now a thing. I mean, you go thrifting, we go thrift shopping, and
we are promoting it.
Yeah, and it's a huge market currently. I love that for us. However, I still think that people have to join, and so they want to buy new things. We have production here that are creating clothes that are affordable, because I know that people are creating clothes,
but it's not affordable.
It's not.
I recently found this young lady, because before we wrap up, I recently found this lady on social media, Habarata. She does the local dyeing thing,
right?
And the fabrics come out and you think that it's from Spain or something. Beautifully done right here in Ghana in her small shop. And I bought a couple for my mom, and I realized that even the quality of the fabric, she uses you know, the regular fabrics here and dyes it herself. And and it then brought me back to the conversation of sustainability, right? There are not so many chemicals in the system already fighting us. The cloth is easy to wear, and like you rightly said, it's very comfortable. It's not like the heavy tie and dye that we used to wear that was very uncomfortable. This was really cool. And so again, I support you on let's support our locally. So if like a company here is buying fabrics from her business is going up, we're having new clothes, then that thrift market is dropping, and then those people who are in that business will now channel towards that, and then we're making progress. Charlie, we have a lot to do. But it is well, but only on Fashion Wednesday would you see this kind of conversation being had, because again, we do better than most. Okay, we
Apart
do better
from fashion, would you be excited that the Ministry of Road and Transport engage you in any dialogue? Would you be excited about that?
Fix my street lights. I travel in the night, so that's very important to me. But what?
I said Ministry of Road and Transport.
Is it not? Is it transport?
No, because you are so big on the whole.
And also like the roads,
transports and everything.
Right. Honestly, I think if December starts to be anything, it feels like you like using Chocho when the other alternatives are not working out for you. But honestly, I think these public transportations, especially the Chochos, because you can be sitting inside and then it will randomly break down, and now you are standing by the roadside and you have to now look for another car. You know, all of that. I think that most of these cars, they are not fit for the road. I don't know how they are on the road. And we always see, nowadays there are a lot of police people on the roads, like directing traffic. Is it MT?
TTU.
Yeah.
But you wonder what they're checking.
Yeah.
Because why are you checking the state of the cars?
Yeah.
Like, you see...
I mean, I think sometimes they ask for the driver's license and things, and so sometimes you be in the car and then they'll say, Mpacho Muzi. And then they'll get you another car and things like that. But the cars themselves...
The state of the cars.
They're terrible.
We'll talk about that.
Do you know that?
No.
This morning.
No, relax.
Like, I was praying, I looked down and I saw that it didn't really catch us.
It's part of the fashion. That's why we're
talking.
No. At the end of the day,
we have to change.
I was asking on my Instagram this week. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's why I asked you.
Good.
So I wore a white outfit and I was asking my followers, how do they make sure that the outfit remains white if you're moving from your home to a different location?
Using Trosho.
Yeah, so
that's fine.
What?
It's okay.
Give me your opinion.
How? It's impossible. Once you're wearing white, you need to find a better alternative. It's absolutely impossible.
But you see, we are in a country where it's not everybody that can afford.
You see, that's the thing.
Transportation.
So it's a big issue.
All you do is to wear black.
I think we should start a campaign.
I want to wear white.
No, wear black.
I want to wear white.
Anyways, Dana, thank you so much for coming in. That was a lovely one with, what's the name again?
Terran.
Terran, okay.
Yeah.
Terran as well, right here on the show. Of course, you make sure you catch up with us every single Wednesday. It's all about Fashion Wednesday with Diana.Kumbe. Yeah, most definitely. Thank you once again.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, so there's more coming your way right here on the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Broken pen has a story to tell. Every story has a lesson to learn. But the question is, how do you fix it? The Broken Pen Show is back. Real stories, raw truths, and maybe, just maybe, the answers you've been looking for. Hi, ladies. Your story isn't over. Let's fix it together with a cold glass of Nax cocktail. Catch the Broken Pen Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on MX24 TV. My name is Yavita and I am your host. Cheers.
Step into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the
on MX20. Into the conversation, we're getting into the plug. Interesting. I beg, my co-host no fee mentioned the name. Me too, I don't want to mention the name.
Not as much. I thought as much. As you talk, I beg. No, I say, oh,
I beg God. You. So I beg you. You that introduce your name for me.
Yeah. My name is Stegue.
It is Stegue?
Yeah, Stegue.
Stegue?
Yeah.
Wow, Stegue.
Yeah. Or if you talk Stegue.
Stegue?
Yeah.
Okay, where you get his name for?
So it'd be. So we came about that name. One of my uncles gave me that name, and then
Your uncle?
Yeah, my uncle.
Wow.
From like childhood time. Cry.
Okay.
And then growing up, when I started doing music, I came up with a meaning for it.
So what's the meaning?
So it stands for super talented, elite Ghanaian unique entertainer.
Hey.
So it's now like an acronym.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I get that. I'm very good with acronyms too as well. Sometimes I would just, get the letters and then I will find meaning to the letters. Right. Yes. So I resonate with what you're doing. Wow, interesting. But tell us about yourself. How did you get into the music industry too as well?
So I've been in the industry for a while.
Okay. Yes, for a while, because the one we played some 3 years ago. Eh?
No, this is like 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
Or 5, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah, the audio be like 5, the video be like 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know Chop Cry like some 6 years, 7, 8 years actually. So I've been doing music. I do Afrobeat, I do high life. I blend it with more of dancehall and dancehall style.
Okay.
So it's more of like Afro dancehall.
Okay.
So that's what I do, and I mean, here we are.
Would you say, I mean, that video that we played, you featured medical, right?
Yes.
Good. So what has been the main brain behind features, and has that impacted in your career as far as music is concerned?
Yeah. For me, I feel like I'm the type that I love to collaborate a lot. So when I started doing music, I loved collaboration. And then when I met my first management team, I told them that we had this song already. Yeah. So the official song was out. Yeah. And then I told them that like we have to push the song. And so they insisted like let's get a feature on it. And then I grew up in Sotium.
Okay.
So Medical was like the top artist from Sotium. And then I said, okay, let me try and get Medical because we have mutuals. And then I put Medical on it. And then it helped me a lot. I mean, it introduced me to the media. This is the song that people know me for. Even though sometimes these days when I'm coming for an interview, I tell them that, Charlie, I have new songs. But they say this is what like the people know you for. So we introduce you with it. And then I'm cool with it. So collaboration is very, very important. The features, I have a couple features too out there. And so I believe in it. Like I stand for it. Like it's a good motive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you have a ring like mine. Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, some people too just go put down for them.
Yeah, this one, I never put ring for them until I got married.
Until you got married.
Yeah, so.
Oh, nice. So you're a family man. How do you go about, being a family man and then, doing the music on the side too as well? How does it go for you?
I'm getting used to it. I think I'm used to it now. Okay. Now I'm taking it cool. Before it was
quite
crazy.
Tough, huh?
It was crazy because I have kids too. I have 2 girls, 2 beautiful girls, and it was a lot for me. But now I'm used to it. Yeah. Now I'm going.
Is it an advice you would give to anyone who finds themselves, being a family person and doing music on the side? I mean, what would be something that you've gone through that you feel like, okay, you've gone through it, but you've been able to milk yourself out, and I mean, any special advice you could give to somebody like that?
Like based on like marriage?
Yeah, based on having a family, being married, and and being a musician on the side too as well.
Because people don't take musicians serious.
Yeah,
like,
quote unquote.
We could be like family men. I mean, I feel like every man, like, you have to. I said this the other day here with Jason. So it's almost like we're having the same conversation again. But I don't think you even watched that interview.
I didn't.
Yes. So I was saying that like every man, you grow up to take care of like other people too. Yeah. So it's your responsibility, whether you like it, whether you get married or not, you are going to take care of your family. Even when you go and you start making some money, you send some for mommy, you send some for your kids and all. So I mean, you don't have to try to run away from that because you have a career you are chasing. So that's only if you meet the right woman, because without the right woman, you are going to be
Yeah.
lost, you know. So
Yeah.
I think for me, what helped me the most was I was with the right woman, and I've been with her for a number of years. We are almost like 10. So it helped me, and then it wasn't like a challenge for me with my career and her. It's like she knows everything already. Like, I mean, these girls in videos, it's just normal.
Yeah.
But if you don't meet the right woman, bro, cool down. Take your time and then just find the right person.
Let's talk about the new one, Umbrella.
Yeah.
How did it come about, and why the name Umbrella? In
Umbrella,
the first place?
So when you hear umbrella, what do you think of first?
I say umbrella. Umbrella. I don't want to go political.
Yeah, you go political.
Tell me why then I don't want to say then campus. So you said that the big umbrella.
No. Yeah, I never think of like this.
Okay. Make her bring your mind to her.
So umbrella is a song that I had like years ago, and it's a beautiful love high life song that talks about me being like the shade, or like the whole umbrella for the lady, no matter whether it's raining, whether it's scorchy, you know. I just want to be there for her, you know. So that's how come I came about the title Umbrella. Because the chorus is, girl, I wanna be your umbrella, fight for your love like a Mandela. So yeah, and then I said umbrella.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's on cue. Let's enjoy it, and we'll be right back to wrap it up with Stegue.
So like they're happy women. So it was through Official Starter.
Yeah, Official Starter.
I needed influencers to jump on the challenge for me, and then my management talked to Official Starter, and then we went to the market. They are ready to dance every day.
Every day.
When I got there, they started wearing their shoes. Say, yeah, we are ready. I said, yeah. So the challenge is on.
Yeah.
If you join in, we have beautiful packages that we are going to put on our socials. That you stand a chance of winning.
So. All right. Okay. So where can we get the song?
It's out on all digital stores, on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere. You can find it.
All right. Are we to expect an official video for that?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. I shoot videos a lot. I believe in visuals. Because when I'm recording, I visualize. So even before I put it on paper. So I believe in visuals a lot. So definitely a visual is coming out for it. Definitely.
Like, you like put some colors, some political colors for them.
But now when you put my mind for top.
Maybe strap.
But I don't do politics. I don't like that.
Nice one. How do we connect with you on social media?
I'm on all social media platforms. I'm on Instagram at Stegue Official, STEGUE Official. I'm on Twitter as well. Every social media. I'm the only Stegue in this musical world. So just STEGUE, the one that pops up is me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Stegue, thank you so much for coming through. It's been a blessing having you. And you know, he has the brand new one which is out. It's called Umbrella. Make sure you go stream. Yeah, my people, my AM clubbers, you know what to do. Go ahead and stream, and we're looking forward to, and also joining the challenge too as well. Yes, it's very necessary. Who knows? You may win some small something. I know how he does his stuff. So jump in. Well, most definitely. Well, there's more coming your way right here on the AM Club. We did tell you that it's a jam-packed show. Just stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Yes, just gone by. I've been talking about it all morning. Ghana Fintech Awards is up this weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, well, we're telling you now, it's going to be a night of glitz, glamour, education, celebration, and celebrating people that have put in so much work, contributed immensely to this fintech industry. But ladies and gentlemen, we have joining us Christine. She is going to be taking us through our final... Christine, good morning.
Good morning.
I am more than excited. I am elated because you and I are going to be on the red carpet. And ladies and gentlemen, just come and see or something. Come and see something. It's going to be a beautiful night.
Yeah.
We're already fired up for it. We're super excited about it. But on the day, we're finally closer to the day. We've been having different conversations.
Oh, yes.
And I see how ecstatic we are about the event.
Yes.
But tell me, how has it been so far preparing for this year's Ghana Fintech Awards?
To tell you the truth, I'm so excited.
Oh,
you know why?
No.
Because this year we have been prepared the most.
Oh, wow.
We feel ready. We are actually closing in. We are going through all the necessary processes we have to go through in terms of playing the event severally before the day. And so we are starting tomorrow in terms of going through the whole entire program, making sure that everything is on par, step by step, ensuring that we can actually close in on having everything neated so that we can have the time actually snapped on time, that we can start on time, finish on time, everybody have a good time, and then we leave. Although we're having an after party after.
No, it's a necessity. I think we have to make a costume for the after party, because that one, I need to show skin a little bit. I need to go step down on the heels a little bit. I need to be charming, because I think it's going to be really amazing.
Yes.
After party, very necessary. You guys know that, right?
Yes, this year has been amazing, not just in the planning, but also in the support. So we feel so embraced by the ecosystem. Quite a lot of persons came on. I remember earlier in a previous interview, you asked about sponsors and all of that, and we are elated. So Huawei is our headline sponsor.
No way!
Huawei, yes.
So how many? Huawei Ghana Fintech Awards.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love this.
Right? So Huawei has really come out to support us, and they are behind us 100%. So I mean, the events, we are ready, like I said. In addition to that, we've had support from Smart Infraco, who would be actually providing all internet service and everything on the day for free, in terms of supporting all the other activities that we want to have. So that is there. We also have Baza Tech, who is also on board with us. They are a category sponsor and a silver, and they will be at the event in the full numbers. We also have Closer. We also have Ghana Stock Exchange.
No way. Okay.
Yes.
So believe me, I'm going to be doing a lot of no ways right now, because I'm done. I'm done. Okay.
We have Liquid. And then, considering the theme of cybersecurity, we have MTech as well. MTech is a silver sponsor as well. We have Whooper. So just like how we were talking earlier about, we had
a midnight conversation.
We have had transportation service for us 24/7 from since last week, providing us with whatever transportation we need to get to wherever we want to go. They provide us with a driver and everything. So we are chauffeured to make sure that everything is done, whatever we need to go collect, wherever we need to go for our interviews, everything we need to do, and we are very grateful. Like, we are so grateful. We have Ensionam.
Yes.
So
what is that what the after party is at?
And that was, thank God, for Kojo.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah,
love
so
that.
we
love
have
that.
been working together as a team. I'm so grateful for you guys.
Thank you.
So NCNM is also supporting with ensuring that the fintech company of the year is well taken care of. So on the night, we are going to say what exactly is happening. Yes, with regards to that. We also have Margins, who is a gold sponsor.
Okay.
And they
That's
also
a big one.
Yes. They are also fully supporting. We also have KGL, who is also a sponsor. Yeah. We have Yellow Card, who is also a supporter and a sponsor.
Interview is done. After this mention, we can just say thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much. So we have Leshego supporting, we have Fido supporting, we have MTN supporting, we have quite a bit of support. We also have Africa Fintech Summit supporting.
Love that.
And that we are going to have on cybersecurity and fraud. Usually people go to Village Minds to see them in other different locations like the theater and all of that. But we are bringing theater this year to Ghana Fintech.
Even though I'm hating the fact that I'm going to be missing the debate because I was looking. I promise the debates are something that I was really looking out for, because you know what happens with these debates is that they educate you.
True.
You get to know things that people usually might not even touch on. Exactly. They might think it's trivial, but once it's in the debates, everybody will bring up their points that buttress their but exactly. I'm going to be missing
But
that.
if you think the debate was hot,
it's going to be harder.
Okay. I mean, if you know the actors, I am also part of Village Minds production, so I can tell you that I know they want to mash it up.
Okay.
We usually do education with a lot of jargons when we're speaking about cybersecurity and fraud and all of those things. We want to bring it simple. We want to make people understand what it is. And the reason why we are doing that is because, as you know, our theme is about building trust in Ghana's ecosystem. And in Ghana's digital ecosystem, we need to attract investors. We need to attract supporters from the outside who want to partner other companies. But in order for them to do that, they need to know that Ghana's platform of digital space is safe. And so we want to highlight the essential role of cybersecurity and fraud in terms of companies protecting their systems, protecting their customers knowing that it's safe to use the platform, etc. Now, it's very ticklish to say that fraud can happen anywhere, anytime, and very easy, even through your friends.
Yeah.
And that's because sometimes we are a little bit careless with the way we do things and how we do transactions. And we think, oh, you just go on your phone and plan, it's easy, or you go on a computer and it's easy. But there are also people who are actually sitting there, planning, waiting, trying to get that weak spot of yours, that loophole where you're actually not as vigilant so that they can step in. And then within a short space of time, you can realize that all your money is gone. Right? And you're like, oh my God, all my money is gone. Then what do I do? Then at that time, you are trying to catch up with the person who took the money from you. At that time, they are far gone. Sometimes you lose it for good. And so we want to say protect. We want to talk about protection, rather than trying to look the other way after it happened, then look for a means of getting it back. So that is what we want to do. We want to educate the public. By doing that, we want to take it outside of the stage. We want to be able to take it to all the different areas in Ghana. We want to be able to put it in different languages. We want to be able to go to the children at the schools. We want to be able to educate even the ones who are not what we consider that high-tech or literate. We want them to understand at their level that this is something safe. But hey, you also need to protect yourself. And these are the things that you can do to protect yourself. So we are going to launch that on the day as well. Because we want to continue with it throughout the year and go to all different parts of Ghana and educate people. So we have quite a lot of support. We have support on that, especially from Dalex. Dalex is supporting us on that, Mr. Joe Jackson, very, very highly, because he also has his own experience that he can give as to how important it is to protect. So these are things that to come on the day to experience. You should not miss it.
No.
It's different watching it on TV than actually being there present. But at that, we're talking about what's going to be live on the day as well, which is your red carpet.
People, I am looking for, like, oh my God, like I'm looking at myself coming out looking so beautiful. I'm living the day before the day.
We have to give thanks to V's for ensuring that two of us are going to look very beautiful on the day.
Okay, people. Okay, people. I'm either gonna be twinning with her, like it's gonna be my sister over there.
That's
okay?
right. That's right. Kojo ain't saying anything. He's quiet
Because he's not part of this conversation.
Michelle's going out to Mr. Ray too as well. He's fixing something nice for me too as well.
I love that.
We're looking forward to a very nice, promising evening.
Yes.
You know that, I mean, we're going to kill it. In fact, come early, because, I mean, the time is quite short for us. We would have wished that it would have been, let's say, like, from 5:30 to, like,
9 o'clock.
How long? But it's going to be refreshing, so we're looking forward to having a good time. So please, come looking dapper.
That's right.
Because we want you to look dapper on the day.
On the day. So while we're on that, registration is going very well as well.
Wonderful.
We have a lot of companies calling to get their tables and individuals trying to get their tickets.
Wonderful.
So we want to encourage persons, as we have in the past.
Yes.
Don't wait until the day to try to register. This is not a party, or this is not the event where you just show up and you decide to pay at the door. We hope that that does not happen. And the reason for that is because we want everything to run this year smoothly. So we have a lot of activities happening on the outside, and we want persons to pass through the red carpet, then, go in, have a seat, and for us to start sharp at 6 p.m. So we want persons to really register before time so that you can get your code, get all the necessary things that you need to get, so that when you come, you just get scanned and you go in. No big wahala on the outside, right? And Labadi Beach is going to be beautiful. We are going to transform it.
We're going to light it up. We're going to bring light to Labadi Beach.
Yes.
But the contacts to reach out to if we need to do the registration, because it's still ongoing. We know the QR code is still on the flyers online.
Yes.
But what numbers could we call?
Well, apart from numbers, I would prefer that persons go to the website.
Wonderful.
Right, at www.GhanaFintechAwards.org. And on the website, they will see the tickets there. They can register through the tickets, make their payment, do whatever they need to do, and then they would receive an email response with the necessary information for the day. However, if companies want to make payments, because they usually do a different process, they would like to get invoicing and so on and so on, they can call me on 059-838-5685, and I would assist with that. Or they can send me a WhatsApp and then let me know what table, and I can just respond with an invoice.
Wonderful. So the number again is 059-838-5685, 059-838-5685.
Yes.
Red carpet is 5:30, not 5:31.
No.
Not 5:32. 30 you see, because we'll be there at 5 o'clock, standing there.
Exactly.
5:30, cameras start rolling. 6 p.m. the main event continues, guys. I'm telling you that last year, I actually regret not being there. I was in pains. 1 year pains is what I was in because I wasn't there. So I do not want you to go through this. A big thank you to MX24, of course, for coming on board again. MX, we do the most, okay, people? We're going to be there to make it all happen for the Ghana Fintech Awards. Thank you so much.
Yes.
For coming through.
I am
Any
grateful.
other final messages before we wrap up the conversation?
Well, actually, I just want to say be there.
Be there or be square. Don't be told.
No.
I told you, do not be told.
Exactly.
Make sure to show up on Saturday. Companies that want to understand the actual impact of fintech on their businesses. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's be a part of this. And you will thank us later. A big thank you to the organizers as well. And Christina, thank you so much. You have been absolutely phenomenal. I love you. I absolutely love you. My name is Miriam Udwa-Mensah. This has been the AM Club on MX24. Join us again tomorrow. It's from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. See you.
My name is Kojo Dasabre. Do well to give us a follow, MX24GH, across all platforms. Please don't be selfish about it. Tell a friend to tell another friend, all right? Most definitely. We'll see you same time tomorrow, where we bring you nothing but the very best right here on the AM Club. It's bye-bye for now.
The Ghana